Okay guys, so what I'm doing is I'm applying my knowledge from building this was torn apart. I haven't driven it in a while, so it's been packed, but I brought it back to life looking like this. Has a bit of dirt on it that I need to clean, but then I'm bringing my knowledge from this classic Mercedes build to that one, so that taking off the back axle wouldn't be a challenge. So yeah, from this build, the seats and everything was built up, and this is where we are now. I'll take time to show it in a video later. Okay, so first things first, I had to create some kind of dolly. I have to create some kind of dolly for the battery pack, and then the same for the back axle. So the battery pack of this car is very, very heavy, and because the battery cells are depleted at this point, because the car has been sitting for 2 years, I have to bring down the battery pack and then charge the individual cell models. So in order to do that, I just went in for this pallet that I had lying around, and at the same time I went to the China mall and I got these dolly wheels. So the dolly wheels were about 15 cedis, and it helped me to be able to just make this for myself, to be able to slide the battery out. So it's going to go under the car. I'll drop the battery on it and I'll slide out. I'll drop the back axle on this and slide it out. So that was my plan for it. That's why I created this. I don't have all the tools, so I have to make do with what I have, and that's how come I created this to do that. So the next step for me was to just unbolt these I think 10 mm bolts, and just take down these back covers. So they have these panels kind of protecting the underside of the car. Because it's an electric car, you don't have the normal things there. It's just the battery pack there, so you have to have these panels to kind of guard it, and it also helps with the aerodynamics of the car. I have to check the car up, and then slide these kind of covers out, and then I'll be able to access the battery, and then the holders and the bolts and the joints for the back axle too. So the battery, so the underside covers or underside trays kind of came out first. Okay, yeah. So these are the three panel covers for the underside of the car. So these cover the battery and then protect the underside of the car. It also helps with the aerodynamics of the car. Right now the car is raised up high. I was able to check the 4 points, and then so kind of supported with some old rim I had, and then some old weights. Okay guys, so I finally got it on the stand. I don't know, I came back this afternoon and it seems very low, but then I've been able to pack it. I don't have the beautiful thing is I don't have how do you call it, the car jacks or the car stand. So I'm using what I have, which is kind of funny. So this is what I have, and I used it. I put some weights and an entire rim to prop this up. It's very high at the front and a bit low at the back, but today I came back and it seems very low at the back, so I don't even know what's wrong. But then the whole car is up. It's like to my breast level, to my chest. So the front seems very, very high, and then back there it seems a bit lower. I'm not ready to jack the back. I just hope the battery pack will be able to drop. Otherwise I have to find a way. I couldn't film me raising it up because it was a bit of a challenge. I had to go in stages, so I had to first jack it up to a point, and then continue jack it up, hold it, continue. It was a messed up process, so I had to use my own process to get this car up into the air. And I've taken some of the covers off. So after taking the covers off, I've been able to expose the battery. This is the battery pack and the back suspension. So I'll be taking off the back suspension first, but then there's the battery pack with a lot of spider web in between. And then we have the pipes. We have the pipes showing right over there. I'm going to try to get it. The pipes and the connection down need to take off right over there. Yeah. So this is what we have, and I'm going to work with it. It's been a challenge. I've been able to, with the back axle, I've been able to unplug the brake line, the handbrake. I've been able to take the handbrakes off, and I'm now come to do the brake lines, and then take off the absorber. I've taken this tie off, so take off the absorber, and then move on from there. Okay guys, so I was able to take off the brake pipes. Okay guys, so previously I was able to take off the brake pipes. That's it there. So what happens with this car's brake line is you have to yank it very hard to separate it from the connector, but then make sure you don't break it whilst you're at it. So I was able to do that, and then the moment I try to open it, the brake fluid is going to keep spilling. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a clamp like this, and then go to a smaller version of this one, so I don't break the pipe. Get to the front there, and then try to clamp it over there. Try to clamp the brake line so that we don't have brake fluid rolling all over. And to avoid this part from hitting the ground, I'm going to come back to put the wheels on it. Just bolts like the wheels on it, so that it doesn't slam onto the ground. Even though I'm going to support it with this and a jack, I just hope it doesn't fall over. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll go to the front of the car and I'll show you how I'm going to clamp this up. So how I plan to stop the brake fluid from coming up. I also read on the internet that you can half press the brake, so I'm going to try that, and then we'll see if that works too. I'm going to use this small clamp for the brake boards over there to try to stop the brake from emptying the system. I also put something on the brake to half press it, so I hope that helps. So let's do this. Okay, so after clamping the brake lines back there, I'm going to try to open it up. I put this down to be able to catch some brake fluid in case we have a leak, but then let's try that. So this brake line on the Fiat 500, the hard brake line, as you can see, is loose. But then one thing about this is that I think they over tightened it in the factory, so when you try pulling it out, it gets stuck. And then what I read online from a help me post was that you have to try to force it out of the pipe. But I'm also scared of spoiling this thread and then maybe breaking this pipe, because this pipe goes deep into the car. So what I actually did is I actually cut apart the holder. Then I moved the pipe from the back. The pipe from the back is actually very, very easy to remove. So I removed that one, and I left the pipe out, and I pulled it out so that I'll be able to take the back axle out. I'm sure I'll be able to just close this up and then secure it back with a clip. Easier than forcing this pipe, because the moment I break this pipe, I have a lot of work to do to rework the brake lines, which is something I don't want to touch yet. So yeah, this is what I did. Okay, so I just got the rear axle out, the rear mount out. So what I'm going to do now is as you can see, we have these connectors here. I just realized that my connector has a crack here, so I have to be very gentle with it, because I'm not going to be able to just pull it out easily. So I have to take time and sort that out, and then take these connectors off. In the meantime, I've been able to clamp. There's a hose I'm supposed to clamp somewhere, but then I blocked it. But I used the other side of the wheel, and I was able to clamp it. So this is under the car, so I have to disconnect this before I can get to the battery pack of the car. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to try and disconnect that. Okay, so I've been able to pull out the connectors. Some of the connectors were very difficult to pull out because they've been sitting for a while, and I think they were stuck. So I kind of had some connector kind of crack a little bit, but I'm going to sort that. So the battery was hanging down there, and I was able to kind of pull it out slowly from under the car onto the wood a wooden panel that I had created. I had to lower it bit by bit with the jack that I had. So now I have the battery packed down and I'm going to go inside it. The next episode I'm going to go inside it and try and check the individual cell voltage and check the total pack voltage